Okay, so I wanted to make a separate video, an additional video, to kind of to address females, and probably a little bit of males too, because I might go on a little tangent here. But I wanted to address females who are, who maybe they are watching this and they think they want to start training or lifting. They think they might be interested in doing a figure show or a bikini show or fitness modeling or anything like that. Or if you're just looking to improve your overall physique and you're hesitant about weight training, I'm here to encourage you to not be afraid. I am personally a natural female, who, meaning I don't take any steroids or growth hormones, anything like that. And not to knock people who do, because I don't have a problem with it. It's just, it's not for me. That's not the look that I want. I prefer the look that women are able to achieve naturally. And the ones that you see that are like really huge and yeah, they typically have either some crazy hormonal imbalance or they are enhanced in some form or fashion. So do not let the weight room scare you. Now, if it's not getting big, or that is your concern, and it's just that you don't know what you're doing, so you're intimidated to actually go into the weight room, where the males are, because you don't know what you're doing and that intimidates you, I encourage you to look up a routine online. You might even come up with some dumbass routine, because sometimes you can find routines online that they're dumb. But who cares? You'll figure it out. I actually started with this book. It's funny that this book's here. I started with this book right here. New Rules of Lifting for Women. This is what was suggested to me, and I used this for the longest time, and then I eventually grew out of it and on to other things. But I encourage you to start with something like that. If your gym has like a women's only area, YouTube the exercises that you have in your routine. If you don't know how to do them, pay attention to form. Go into the ladies section or whatever, and work on your form. Don't worry about like lift heavy. Yeah, eventually. But first, work on your form. Make sure that you are doing the movement correctly. It should not hurt, as in like injury pain. Nothing should hurt. If something hurts, like injury type pain, then you're doing it wrong, and you might want to either watch it on YouTube again, and make sure it's a reliable source also from YouTube. Kind of scroll through the comments and see if majority of people are like, yeah, decent form, bro, or whatever. So go through that first, and then if you still aren't getting it, ask somebody. There's a lot of people who work at the gym and should be able to help you with form. Once you get the form down, then start lifting heavy. And then I would encourage you to move outside of the women's weight room, because there's more variety in the common area where everyone's working out. There's more variety of equipment there. For me, the motivation just skyrockets. I never have worked out in the women's section, but that's the advice that I would give to someone who's intimidated by the gym, and doesn't want to look silly or doesn't know what they're doing. For me, when I go to the gym, like, I know a lot of people, they complain about, females especially, they complain about, oh, I don't like it when the guys are grunting. I don't like it when they're dropping weights, and I don't like it when they're posing in the mirror and looking at themselves. Get the fuck over it. That when you start lifting heavy and you start going to the gym for a purpose, like I am changing my body, this is what I'm doing, you're going to do the exact same thing. No, you're not going to be, you might not be the type of person that's going to like, let out an obnoxious like roar, I don't do that. But to say that I don't like, let an obscenity out once in a while, I definitely do, because it hurts. Your muscle is on fire, and it's just like the biggest advice that I want to give to anybody, and this is men and women alike, is when you think you're pushing hard in the gym, I want you to push a little harder. Like, if you think you're giving it everything you got, see if you have just a little bit more. And you'll be surprised doing that, that you oftentimes you do. And since I've been doing that, now when I go into the gym, I can honestly and faithfully say that every time I go into the gym, I give it everything I possibly have, just by asking myself that one simple question: can I push it further safely? And I've heard people say that they don't like to lift heavy, like power type lift. They don't like to lift really heavy with short reps, because they don't feel like their heart rate gets up high enough, and they don't feel like they're working hard enough. Then you aren't lifting heavy enough, because it doesn't matter the reps that I'm doing. It doesn't matter if I'm doing lighter weight and high reps. My heart rate is up. I'm sweating like a fiend. If I'm lifting heavy for low reps, same thing. My heart rate is like, whew. It takes me longer to recover from short reps or low reps heavy weight than it does a bunch of reps with lower weight, so I just think that if you treat every workout like it's the one workout that is gonna be the one that changes your body. That's the way you should look at it too. Because if you go into the gym every day with that mentality, this workout is the one. It's like, if you knew today was your last day to live, what would you do? So, that type of mentality. It's like, if today is the last day that you have to train, and it's going to make every bit of difference between, whatever your goal is, winning a competition, being better at a sport, whatever your goal is, if you look at it with the mentality that this is the one, and give it everything you got, and when you leave the gym, you should be dragging ass. You should be like, oh my God, I can't do anything right now. All I want to do is eat and take a shower and just chill. That's the way I feel anyways, and I haven't really met too many people who aren't like that don't train hard. So yeah, I get off on these tangents. And but also, if you are afraid when you do start lifting heavier weights, or if you think you want to go a little heavier, ask someone to spot you. I mean, they're 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna say no. Just be like, hey, can I get a spot? I've had big dudes. I'm talking, this guy was doing the his triceps with 90 pounds overhead, and he came to me, and this has been a while back. He came to me asking, will you spot me? My first question, and this is when I first started going to this particular gym, my first question was, are you serious? And yeah, he was dead serious. And so I was like, all right, if I don't really know, a lot of times when you've got somebody there, it just helps. Like, you don't have to be able to lift the weight. It just helps to, just to give it a little, it helps. It really, really does. So, ask somebody to help you. It's not that big of a deal. And, I just would really, I know at my gym, I don't ever see any females, like, going fucking beast in the gym. And I really, really wish that there were. Because I feel like when I go in, I know when I go in that I'm going beast. I go in there and get shit done. And I'd like to see more of that. A lot of times you'll see like girls training with their boyfriend, and it's not like, yeah, they're working out, they're lifting some shit, and it's good for them, whatever. It might just be quality time or whatever, but I would just like to see her, dig in. Just like, who I'd like to train with? This girl she is just nasty, and that's Dana Lynn Bailey. Like, she would put me to shame. Like, I would look like shit next to her. I don't even care. That girl, that's what I'm talking about. That is what the fuck I'm talking about. And you have to excuse my language. I'm in the Army, and it just comes out. But that's what I'm talking about. That's training right there, yeah. So just don't be afraid of the gym. Do not let it intimidate you. Do your research, educate yourself, ask for help. It's really nothing to be afraid of. And men, I encourage you to share this with your girlfriend, your wife, your mom, your sister, your aunt, whatever females you have in your life. If you even think that they're a little bit interested, and if they have, any reservations whatsoever, I'd be more than happy to talk to them. Because I'm really trying to take away, and I'm just one tiny person with this little YouTube channel, got whole 5 subscribers right now, but I really want to take away that stigma that women who lift are these big burly women who are just all manly, and it's because it's not the case. It's just not the case. It's a sport. It's just like anything else. It's women play football, women play every sport. Why should weightlifting be any different? The only thing it's gonna do is make your body beautiful. It's not gonna make it. It's gonna do wonders. Way better than cardio. And don't even get me started on that. So, but yeah, anyways, I encourage all women to step outside the box. And if you're interested, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Well, the worst that can happen is you go in there and you act retarded and hurt yourself. That's what I'm saying. You got to build up. It's not an overnight process. It's not a 1 month process. It's a process. I'm still learning. I'm sure with the intensity that I'm training right now, I'll look back in a couple years and be like, it's child's play. I hope not. I don't know, but I'm sure that I will. But right now, I'm doing the best that I can do. I'm going as hard as I can go, and I'm putting my heart and soul into it because it's what I love. So, yeah. And I'm going to stop rambling because that's what I do. And I will talk to you later, and I hope you have a fantastic day.